Woof! Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Tuesday Hall Pass with me, Bad Dog, and with Good Dog.
I'm having some sort of allergic reaction, so if I
Yes,
leave
he's
the
stuffy at the
screen,
moment, so he's gonna go blow his nose, and you can just
Yes.
look at me for now. Welcome to our Tuesday Thrift It or Throw It, our fun monthly, pretty well, show where we go out and shop thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, flea markets, whatever, and find items to see what you would do and if you did the same thing that we would do. And hopefully, we might both learn something from each other, because in past shows, there's been things that I've passed on, I've thrown, and everybody has said thrift. And it's like, okay, now I might have to rethink that. But at the same time, there's things that I picked up that everybody said throw, and then I showed you why you should have picked this. So hopefully you'll learn a few things there that'll help you on your reselling journey. And also helping you on your reselling journey is those of you helping us who are in the Kennel Club. Thank you so much to everybody on the side here who's got the little icons beside their names. They are supporters or subscribers to our YouTube channel called the Kennel Club, where you get a little icon. You support us for $3 a month in helping you on your reselling journey and helping us put together all this stuff for you. We are really thrilled to have everybody who has joined us there. We had a couple more people who joined us recently. There's also a research deck in there that we use. That the only place you can access it is as a Kennel Club member. There's a video on what to look for when you're talking about dolls. And coming up in probably later in September, there'll be one that there's two more that we're going to be doing in the fall. So I'm not sure which ones they're going to be yet, but they're probably going to be one on sort of 80s and 90s girls' toys and another one on 80s and 90s boys' toys. So we're probably going to do both of those before Christmas. So let's see if he can breathe yet. Can he breathe?
I'm trying.
He's trying.
I'm
But
trying.
he's not doing too well.
No, we took Doug out, and there's pollen in the air, and it's like, and now it's all in my eyes.
So, yeah, some of you may have noticed, I'm not sure or not, if you've noticed my fabulous new shirt. This is, ta-da! Look at this shirt. Isn't this amazing? This is a new shirt that I just picked up this weekend. It is my addiction, besides eBay and reselling and thrifting and slot machines. It's my new addiction. I guess we could start a new show on that. It is this amazing company called the Roosevelts, without any vowels. So I'm going to show you the company. This is here. This is the Roosevelts, RSVLETS. And they have some of the most amazing shirts. And they have so much that's licensed stuff. And literally, like for example, today, this Avengers series just launched today. So this is like, you can shop the Avengers. And I mean, you could wear these to work. I mean, my God, look at some of these. They have Disney. They have Pixar. Some people have seen them on me before, but there's Alice in Wonderland. This past weekend, we were actually down at Fan Expo in Toronto. Many thanks to eBay for helping get us down there. We did meet Luke and Alex from eBay. They were amazing. eBay had the most amazing booth that we've seen of theirs. They had this thing. I don't even know exactly what it did. This is how old I am. I think I got a picture of it on my phone somewhere that I forgot to download. They had this woman dressed up as a superhero. I guess she's Lady Thor.
I would not. Yeah, she's Thor. I was Thor too after walking all around.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Speak for a minute, Rick, because I have to look at my phone.
Well, yeah. Craig actually got me to go to Fan Expo twice. I went on Thursday. Or did I go 3 times? No, I went twice.
You went twice.
I went on Thursday, and it was great. We did meet all of the folks at the eBay booth, which was fun. We also managed to tour both pavilions for Fan Expo, and there are a lot of cosplayers in our city, aren't there?
Oh, Adrian says thank you. She is known as the Mighty Thor. Well, this is, let me just go to a bigger picture for me. This is her. Take that off. And everything for eBay was set up for eBay collectibles, which is amazing because they actually have a focus that they're doing on collectibles. And let me see if I can get this to start. So you'll see this thing, if I can get it to work properly. How do I do it? There we go. It circled around the people so they could stand with Lady Thor. And then once it circled around, I guess you ended up with some fancy schmancy like image, 3D image, or so. I don't even know how it worked. I didn't line up for it, but there was a big lineup for it.
Actually, I think what it turned into was a panoramic picture, so that there were multiple shots of her whenever she was posing. There were multiple shots of when she posed.
Oh, okay. They also had this amazing thing that you could build a little Lego of yourself. I'm just trying to see if I can find a picture of that too. So you can make a little tiny Lego of yourself, and they had some Lego experts who were there. This was Fan Expo Toronto. So these Lego master builders were building up this big Coliseum, and as part of it, there's Luke and Alex from eBay. So if you see the craft group, you'll actually see this. And then you could make it. This is the Coliseum they were building, and you could make little tiny versions of you, and that's a little tiny version of me. And then it actually, there's some other stuff from eBay Canada. They have a trading cards thing. This is their booth. It was, again, big booth. You could go, it's a crane, bubble crane there. And then those are the Daleks who happen to have a fight with Wonder Woman Jr. But no, it was amazing. Adrian went with us on Friday. We had a Maxwell pickup on Saturday. So Rick and Adrian worked the Maxwell pickup and let me go down to Fan Expo again on Saturday. So I was there 4 days in a row and a lot of walking. So I was exhausted. So it was like, but this was my first purchase at Fan Expo. This was actually a Roosevelt shirt that they had run out of stock on, and they just got back in stock, and they happened to have it there. But if you're a Disney fan, there's some amazing stuff there. Some of the other shirts you've seen me wear are Roosevelts, and if you go into roosevelts.com, you go into fandom, you can see, like, take a look at this. They have G.I. Joe, they have Lilo and Stitch, they have Parks and Rec, The Office, Nickelodeon, Flintstones, Saturday Night Live. Like, if you happen to be a Parks and Rec person, I mean, they have like, what's his name? Ron Swanson shirts. Like, now the shirts are a little expensive. They're $70 US, 95 Canadian, but they are unbelievably comfortable. I haven't got Rick in one yet, have I, Rick?
No, not yet.
I almost got him in. I bought a Wonder Woman shirt for me that doesn't fit me, and I think it will fit Rick, and it is freaking cool. And it was like 2 years old. So the nice thing that's neat about these two is they come out with shirts that are literally limited edition. So they have an app that you can go on, and they have a drop that may be like, they sell out within minutes. It's just like Hasbro Lab and Mattel Creations and things like that. They had 6 shirts specifically for this, so I got to buy one of every shirt. About 1 or 2 to trade from people. So they've got more coming up all through the New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con. They were at Calgary at Fan Expo in Calgary. They were at Denver. So they're all over the place. But take a look at, keep your eyes open for them. These amazing shirts. And again, the company, if anybody's interested, is called The Roosevelts. And if you got a retail store near you, you might be able to find them and try them on. But this literally, the vendors just dropped. And last week, there's the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park. And I think last week, Alice in Wonderland just dropped. Like, look at this. It's a drop. That one just sold out and actually is back on too. So great stuff. They have women's cuts, men's cuts, kids cuts, all sorts of stuff like that. So that's what we spent our weekend at. But in between the weekend, I'm going on a hunt, not for dinos, but I'm going on a thrift hunt. And I'm going on the thrift hunt for you so that we can do a thrift it or throw it. So let's get into our thrift it or throw it. Right, Rick?
Yes.
Listen to the thrill that we've got from the man downstairs who can't breathe.
I'm trying not to sneeze. Or
I said from the man who can't breathe at the moment. So first one up, we've got first thrift or throw it. I always look around the whole store. Remember, I'm trying to figure out what I should look at, what I have a thing on them, and first rule of Daleks. Nope, where is it? Is never touch the Dalek. We didn't touch the Daleks at all. By the way, a big hello to Krav Maga if he is here, Kevin.
Yes,
we met you at Fan Expo. He actually said, "Hey, it's Craig," and so thank you so much for spotting us. So he was there with his son, spotting out some stuff too. He found a poster that he almost bought, but he did look it up while he was there, and it was $200 there. But he found it I think, on eBay for half the price. So if he's getting it, he's probably going to be getting it from eBay. So yeah, Tina's saying, come on, Rick, join the shirt party.
No, not today.
We've been moving and grooving, and you're getting tired just watching. Well, actually, we're probably not going to go to Brimfield next week now because weather-wise and tired-wise and listing-wise, it's September already. Got to get the rest of our Christmas stuff up, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. No, it's not Cabbage Patch season, the stickers. It is, you can sort of see, get a look, and this is exactly how I saw it, but I had to grab it because when I look at that, the first thing I end up seeing is this logo. I don't know if anybody recognizes what that logo is, but what it is...
Can I play?
California Raisins photography book, like a photo binder. So California Raisins, gigantic. Yeah. Oh, Kevin bought the print. Did you buy it down there, Kevin, or did you get it online like you thought you might? California Raisins. For $5. Yeah. Lisa's already on a throw. So California Raisins, for those of you who may or not be too, it's 1988. Huge license figures. Singing, I heard it through the grapevine. They did claymation. There were a lot. It was a really, really big thing back in the 80s. Now, here's the challenge on something like this. When you look at something like this, because it's so iconic in the 80s, it is California Raisins. But I'm already getting people thrift, too pricey, throw, might throw, Candace's throw. Yeah, it's one of those things. And hey, Greg, hey, Kathy, watching from the TV. Throw, Adrian's throw. So everybody's answering my question right now. The size might be an issue. It is large. It is a pretty big looking thing. I will tell you that it was mint inside. It had never been used, but it's for photographs. Who does photographs? Joel says thrift. Hey, Joel. He's doing some great shoots. If you follow Joel, you can actually see it if you have on a Facebook friend. He is an amazing photographer who does some amazing shots of concerts that are happening in the Niagara area. So he has, Joel, type in the name of your online music book, because he has an online book, like website? Online magazine.
A blog?
Old guy here. Huh?
A blog?
It's actually like an online magazine kind of thing. Joel will figure it out and he'll tell us what it is.
It's called a website, Craig.
So what did we do with this California Raisins? Did we decide that we were going to thrift it or throw it? Well, we heard it through the grapevine and had to buy it, make it mine. I had to pick it up. And I picked it up again for a couple of reasons. One is it is completely unused. So the fact that it was like in crisp, like really crisp, clean shape, no dents, no bangs, no anything on it. And yes, it was $4.99. But I tried looking it up, and I actually couldn't find this anywhere. I tried to curl it, and I couldn't curl it. But I will show you that one of the things that we did look at was just generally the idea of thinking about the California Raisins. Take a look at this. A lot of you said, no, just automatically throw it. No yellowing, nothing. No, it was nice and white inside. But this is one of the things I wanted you to think about, because everybody goes throw. Well, here it is. Right now on eBay, there's 7,600 listings for California Raisins, and over 1,000 sold. Now, here's the interesting thing. Look at some of the prices in these. Some are $5, some are $10. Now, let's take a look at highest price, because again, I'm looking for something that might be, hey, you know what? A California Raisins nut may have a lot of these little guys. They may have a lot of little figures, but do they have this album to go behind one? And take a look. So look at this, $200 for those. A stage, just the stage, $150. The AC lead singer, $99. So take a look at that. So there's some potential there for people to actually look at them. Look at this. The California Raisins Mama Lulu, $80. Lima Bean Leonard, $75. So again, I want you to just think about these. There's another Mama Lulu for $88 or $58. So if you see a bag of these, and you might think, I can't be bothered picking up a bag of those for $5 or $6 or $7. What if that bag had 2 Mama Lulus in it? So again, with us, what we tried to do, Greg said, I thought they were dead. Yeah. Rick, yeah, there could be raisin nuts. You never know where there are raisin nuts. You should have raisin figures. You should at least take a look at them. Potentially, even a lot of people lot them up when they're instead of an individual figure. But take a look at what your individual raisins figures are. No, they're raisins. Poop. If you decide, I'm deciding they're raisins.
There are 2 stars.
There's one on Etsy for $45. So again, it's the idea is just to look up something you may have automatically gone, nah, not gonna look at this. So hopefully, maybe this, if you are.
I do have one other thing to add in. I did a quick search on Terapeak and I couldn't find anything for California Raisins album or photo album. However, when I looked on WorthPoint, there were 3 that were sold: 2011, 2015, and 2018.
So that's a good thing.
That's a good sign because there haven't been any on the market.
Nothing, according to WorthPoint, unless it's sold from Etsy. That's 5 years without one of these being listed. So do I expect that we're going to get $100 for it? No, I do not expect that we're going to get $100 for it. But what I bought it for was twofold. One is I think we'll be able to sell it for probably around 30. We'll make about 20 bucks on it. And I also wanted to point out to you, to everybody watching here, one of the reasons that we have the club as well, the Kennel Club, is here we might have told one of you to find a Mama Lulu that you didn't know you had, and you can make 58 bucks on it the next time you see a bunch of California raisins that are sitting around. Speaking of something that's old and sitting around, no, I'm not talking about Rick.
Hey now.
Beanie Babies.
I may not pay attention, but I heard that.
Did you? So, Beanie Babies. This is actually a decade. So this is the 10-year anniversary Beanie Babies. It's decade jingle beanies. So these are Christmas jingle beanies. They are in the box. Now, I don't know if anybody realized that we're almost at, I think it's might be the 25th anniversary of Beanie Babies, Rick, or it might be the 30th anniversary of Beanie Babies.
I don't know.
And right now, if you actually want to see something interesting, there is a movie that stars Elizabeth Banks called The Beanie Bubble, and it's on right now. It's on Apple TV, and it's all about it's an original film all about the making of the Beanie Babies with Zach Galifianakis, Sarah Snook. So
okay, it's the 30th anniversary.
It's the 30th anniversary. So
Beanie Babies were created in 1993.
Take a look at the Beanie Bubble as a possibility. Now, the reason I bring this up again, that I look at something like this Beanie Baby, is because it's the kind of thing that immediately a lot of people would go right past. So I want to see what you guys think. Probably. So what do we got here? Throw beanies. I want no part of them. Thrift. Nellie's buying thrifting everything today. Probably throw. Might with a coupon. Throw. No, it's on Apple Plus. Lisa Wallace, contemplate. Thinking about Beanie Babies. Thrift from Michael. Adrian, I hate them, so throw, but you probably bought.
At least they're bean bags, so they can be thrown without.
They can be thrown without injuring people. Lisa's too afraid of being stuck with it. Tina's sticking with throw. Cher says thrift. Heather would just walk right past it. Thrift, throw. So it's interesting. So we got like a 50-50 split on this. And so Louette was a Beanie Baby dealer. Been there, done that. Oh,
I need my fix, Louette. I need my fix. Where's my Princess Di beanie?
I need my beanies. I need my beanies now. So what did we do with the Beanie Baby 10th anniversary? Threw those beanies back onto the shelf. Well, we didn't even take them off the shelf. I don't even have a second picture of them. That's how much I thought about them. They really were the type of thing that I thought, you know what, it's just not going to be something for me. Rick, can you just check one thing for?
Yes.
Oh, I won my shirt.
Okay.
Sorry, I had an auction that was ending literally just now, and it's in case you wanted to see what I won. Let's see, where is it? There we go. Come on, where are you? Come on, where are you? Purchases. Why, just look at what I just bought. It's a Roosevelt Star Wars shirt. But look at this Star Wars shirt. It's the old Star Wars comics. And it's on a shirt. That's my size, it's 3XL. So, oh my God, this is just an amazing shirt. And this shirt's actually not available anymore. And I wanted it. And it's like, they have it in my size. And I paid $48 for it. And that's just it. That was interesting because they retailed for $70. So it's brand new with tags, and I got it for $48. Yay! Anyway, so no, we didn't buy. I didn't even bother. I did actually. I think I looked them up. But we ended up I just said, you know what? It's not.
I see a beanie, I run and scream in terror. Ah!
Something else that you may see and run and scream in terror, or you may run and look a little closer at, is when you get to a shelf that is like this. And this is on the bottom shelf of the figurine section of a store. And it is Pop Funko. Funko Pop. Funko Pop Funkos, however you want to say it. Pops by Funko. This whole lot here was all on a shelf. And they had them marked at $9.99, $9.99, $9.99, and $9.99. And so when you see that, you may think, okay, I've got to look at these. And again, I'm going to do something because sometimes I prepare for these well, and other times I don't prepare for these well. And this is one of those times I didn't prepare well for this. But I'm just going to go to an image of me right now. Hold on. I'll just do it this way. It's easier. This is from our Instagram. So you can follow us on Two Dogs Digs. This is us here, Two Dogs Digs on Instagram. And this is Funko Pops at Fan Expo. Pop, 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 pop. Pop Funko, pop Funko, pop, 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 pop Funkos. So many Funko Pop. Look at these things. And take a look as one of these things is coming up. This is like dealer's table. Booth. Every one of these is a different booth. And take a look at this coming up. These were exclusives. And not just those exclusives. These were $1,000. So a couple of times I've actually posted and said, what do you think about these Pop Funkos? And people have said, oh, I would have grabbed that loose one because it could be worth money. So Tina's saying throw it very far. Pass. $9.99 is expensive. Best to look up comps. And yes, of course, they put the sticker on the box instead of just the plastic marker. No, because that would be just too easy for them to actually not cover that up. Let's see if I got that. That's another picture. That's a better picture of them. So yeah, right on the sticker and on the cardboard. So nice of them to do that. And again, they retail for $9.88. Throw, pass. Oh yeah, there's a lot of those. Gotta scan. Sarah. Smash and run away. Anything anime is worth a scan. And so I got one more picture here. This is a closer look at the Cuphead one. So what we did with this was we did what everybody suggested. And did we thrift it or throw it? Well, immediately some of you would say throw it. Well, we picked up these two. Just these two out of the 4 that we showed you there. So there were 4 that were in that photo right here. And we only picked up the 2 Care Bear ones, Funshine Bear and Good Luck Bear. And the reason that we did that was a couple of things. One, the boxes were actually in really nice shape. So Funko collectors, you can go to full screen on here. Funko collectors actually or pop collectors are really fussy about the conditions of the box. So the box is in good shape. The cello is in good shape, which is one of the things that they look for. The tiniest crease, that even that small crease on the back here will have to disclose. But both these particular ones, actually, I think it was one of them. One of them is like a $50 bear sold for $50. The other's like a $20 bear. So I'm actually going to put the two of them together, and I paid $20. I used a 20% coupon, so I paid $16 for them. So I'm probably going to, which is about 14 US. So I'm going to actually list them for $50 for the pair. So I'm still going to make a good $30 on them. But the other two I passed. And the reason I passed was because literally I looked them up, and that cup one is selling for $9. So you really have to take a look and don't pass by when you see something like that on a shelf, because you never know. I've actually bought and flipped, Rick, probably once a month I find a Funko that we buy and I flip it. And every one of them that I bought for under $10. And most of them that I flip for between $40 to $75. And they go really fast too, right?
They do. They're usually within 3 weeks of listing.
Yeah.
If not sooner. I did find one on Terapeak, the Pop Funko Funshine, that sold for $100 in April of 2023.
So maybe that was the one of the two that was like gotta get this one. Yep. Now we're going to go on to something a little bit fun. This is a Rick Thrifter Throw It. This is from actually one of our trips. And don't be fooled by the size, because we buy big things and bring them home, because we bought that pink pagoda shelf. So this is something that Rick looked at and found at a thrift store. Here he is at the testing thing. And no, that's the unicycle. That's the unicycle.
Unicycle, yes.
No, I said no to the unicycle right off the bat. Well, actually, he didn't want to buy it. He wanted to ride it. And I said no. But this is what he did find.
It was too short, even for my little legs.
This is, we will actually, no, we'll probably, I won't buy pop protectors, because I'm not going to spend the extra money on them. We'll ship it in a really good box, though. At least I have a love-hate relationship with people finding and selling Funko at garage sales, always overpriced. They can be. I was at a garage sale this weekend on my way down to Fan Expo, and somebody wanted $20 for each of their Funkos. I didn't even bother looking once. I said, how much are these? But I actually was at another sale, and it was somebody who had loose ones, and they wanted 50 cents each for a loose one. So I bought like 15, because they were ones that their dad had bought for them when they went on trips, and they brought them home and they didn't want them anymore. Don says, I'm surprised they're still welding. The market seems to have been flooded. It's lasted way longer than the beanies, yes. And they keep doing more and more, and I'm surprised too. Rick tested it in the store. Well, no, because there was no way I was letting him put on these cross skates. But Rick, I'll give it to you to chat a little bit about.
These things were huge. Actually, I can't bring my arms out wide enough. It was probably 3.5 feet from tip of the wheel to tip of the wheel. And the size of the boot was 7.5 men's US. So they were a little bit too small for my feet to fit into. And the tires needed inflating. So there was no way to check to see if the inflating, or if they could be inflated. That said, they were only $15. And I couldn't find very much information about them online, except there were some listings in Worth Point for the Crossgate 616. Now, I was supposed to ask you, would you thrift it or throw it? Craig is.
I was going to say, Rick, remember, this is the Thrift It or Throw It show, not the I'm going to tell you everything I did before I ask you show.
Oh, gee. Well, why don't you talk?
This is the Thrift It or show. So what do you think Rick did? Do you think that he thrifted or threw these cross skates? Thrift? Lisa, where's the 7? Michael says throw. Thrift. Throw due to size and shipping. Andrew's pass, doesn't want to deal with them. Thrift, not for us shipping, but you'd probably thrift. Roadrunners thrift. So I think we got about a 75%. So 75, 80% thrift on it. Oh, thrift. Now we got to throw. They go in his death pile, so throw them. Throw too big. Thrift, Kendra says, as long as the tires can be inflated. Thrift. I still think, what local sale? That's a good option too. So I think right now we're sitting somewhere. I'm still saying about 75%. So Rick, what did you do? Did you thrift these or throw them?
Sadly, I left them on the
You're
shelf.
supposed to bend over and then pretend to pick up nothing. Have you not watched our show before?
I'm not doing that. I actually, seriously, I had them in my cart for like all the time we were in the store. And I was debating back and forth because I did look at some comps and they were 15. And some of the comps that I could see were, in the 125 to 140 range plus shipping. So, and because they were big, awkward things, it was more about having room in the truck than it was about worrying about shipping.
Well, that plus
and
they
plus
weren't inflated. The tires, but we were worried that we'd get them home, take this big thing, and then find out that the tires all had leaks all over them or something like that. So it was like, that's sort of what...
Thank you.
That sort of became the final straw, was when we realized, all 4 tires could use some testing. Now, I think, though, if I'm not mistaken, Rick, you put these back. By the time we were leaving the store, they were in somebody else's car.
Picked them up, yep.
So...
And they probably went through the same sort of thought process that we did.
And I think they bought the Unicycle, too.
Again, the Unicycle was too short even for me, and there was no room to extend extend the strut or whatever it's called.
It would have been potentially a good item for Max Sold, but again, if it didn't inflate, that's kind of...
It also would have taken up one complete bin in the car.
Yeah.
And it
was your Oscar, Mr. Rick.
Thank you. No, and it would have taken up one bin in the car.
I love what Dawn says, though. Just in response to Carl, I have project pieces where the fix would have taken 5 minutes and it's still sitting there for years.
Yes.
No, they didn't. Actually, you know what? We did not even think about that. We didn't think about asking about that, but that's okay.
Well, how many times have I turned to you at a thrift store and said, I don't want another project?
Yeah. Well,
but
a lot of times.
It needs that.
Tire repair stuff is really good. Kendra said that so true. Projects seem to be permanent items in the death pile. Yeah, that's very true as well. So let's jump from something big to something bold and beautiful. What would you do if you saw this in a thrift store? Ah! You saw... You run away. You saw the two. Here you go. If you saw this in a thrift store. This has got such a funky mid-century feel to it. This is really cool. It is a ceramic crock pot kind of thing, I guess you'd call it. It is $9.99. The ×2 is for the 2 pieces, the top and the bottom, the throw. And it is by West Bend. So West Bend is a really well-known name. A lot of people know it. Historically from the 60s, 70s. I think they were actually they may have even been one of the sponsors of like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and those Christmas shows back in the 60s and 70s. It's got a real funky mid-century vibe to it too. I love the measuring spoons that are on here. There were no chips, no cracks, or anything like that. So let's see what people have. It's a West Bend bean pot. That tells you how much I know about what they are. It's a big clay thingy. As far as I'm concerned. Let's see. So we've got, before I even got to it, I think I've got run, throw, thrift. Lisa has 4 of them, plus the heater and the little cups, but she can't give them away. Carl says, oh man, walk by. That better not be worth anything. Heather says we see that often and pass. I guess you're saying you see sort of that style or the specific West Bend or something like that. We got a pass. It's only part of a set. But Janet's like, oh, your heart thrifts for sure. I did not know that West Bend is in Wisconsin. Definitely look up. It's a bean pot with too many pieces and nobody wants them. So Lisa's definitely a throw. Oh, Kathy saw it and did not thrift it. Well, I tell you, throw. I see these bean pots everywhere. Throw. No clue. Throw. Thrift. So the boys, Kevin and Michael are saying thrift. I think they're the only two that said thrift. The two men said thrift. Greg probably wouldn't have thrifted, but let's see. What did I end up doing with it? Oh, crackpot that I am, I left it there. No, I actually did. I looked it up, and I actually said, you know what? They aren't worth that much when I did look them up. I was surprised because I kind of thought that the mid-century vibe, that's what immediately attracted my eye to it, was the mid-century vibe to it. And then when I went, ooh, it's West Bend, I was like, ooh, oh, I found a good one. $9.99. Oh, darn, that's a little high. I don't know. I'll have to use a 20% coupon or something like that. And then I looked them up. And you know what? There's right. They do not sell. I think, Rick, you've got a link to one here.
Sorry, here. Yes.
That's it. $65 for an entire set.
With the base. Some people are calling them cookie jars. There's an individual one down here for $38 from 2022. That's all.
That's the reason that we did the pass on that, and it's funny that that somebody else passed on that exact same thing as we did. So, actually, I found one here. Yeah, there's only one. Maybe it's Lisa's. There's only one on Etsy that I could find that is listed for $33. But no, what are you doing?
Huh? Nothing.
You clicked it off after I clicked on it.
I did not.
You did so. $33. So not worth buying at $10 because there's just not enough, especially with something that's heavy and everything like that. Lisa paid $2 for all of hers at an auction and never again. So I got a lot of people agreeing to that. So what do you think about something that's not as big but just as cute? Okay, this isn't the best picture in the world. This is a picture of a thing I saw, and I took it actually as I was walking as a little bunny. Look at that little bunny. See the little bunny? Okay, it's a bad picture of the little bunny. So let's go to a better picture of the little bunny. This is the best I have because the other picture of the bunny I thought was better. This is a bunny. It's a little canister with a little lid on the top of it here. It's $3.99.
You know, that's in focus without my glasses.
Oh, and it is actually a tiny little thing, $3.99, and it's called Royal Worcester, a Skippity Tail from 1970. It's again, this is just to prove you don't have to know what the heck you're buying. For anybody who's afraid to buy something they don't know much about, I just call this, it's a thingy with a lid. So I don't know what it is. I have to look it up. It's an egg cup. It's a crock pot. It's a whatever. But it doesn't matter if you know the actual name of it. Don't let that stop you from thinking, should I thrift it or should I throw it? In this case, everybody seems to know about me. So thrift it from Tina. Nellie says thrift. Sherry's thrift. It's an egg cup. Kathy says thrift. It's an egg cup. Thrift. Rotor, it's an egg cobbler. Everybody's going, Craig, don't you know what you have here in front of you? It's like, no, I have no clue. Thrift. Lisa sold a couple. Cute, buying for herself. You have a customer who looks for more. Thrift. Louette, you're the first throw. Candace's thrift. Egg coggler Craig. It's an egg coggler. Oh, shut up, Adrian. At least Andrew wouldn't have looked at it, but he still says he would have picked it up. Thrift. Super cute, Kendra, but no idea. Thank you, Kendra. Somebody else who has no idea what it is. Like, it's cute, $4. And now I know, yes. And I don't know, how do you call it? Yeah. Oh, what a cute little leg. Google Lens. So we got a 99, I think, percent, except Kendra, as people who would definitely thrift this. So what did we end up doing? Yes, we did. There's a better image of the little bunny. It's so cute. Such a cute little bunny. Look at it. But the fact that it's a cute little bunny doesn't mean anything, because sometimes if you look at something and you see some bunnykins things, they actually don't like do a lot for them. So I guess this is, you have to unscrew the top. So let's learn about coddling. You unscrew the top, and then I don't know, you put an egg in there, and then you go, oh, what a nice egg. That's how you coddle. That's how you coddle an egg. And
No,
that's
Lisa
what we
was
call coddling the egg. I don't. There. So that's this. But again, the reason that we picked it up was very simply because a skippity tail, who knew, is a skippity goodbye. Look at this. This is on Worth Point. This sold in 2021 for $150. So, Andrew, you will now look for any bunnies that you see if you see something like this. And now Sherry or Dawn for $4.90, maybe. Oh yeah, it's more than a maybe. And then just take a look. This is actually right now. This is just a skippity tail. This is from this skippity tail. Look at these things. $49 for this. It's not 100. There's 75. There are other pieces from it. Even this is so this is probably an easy $40 thing. $40, $50 on these people are bidding. And it seems to be only the egg coddler. That's interesting. Never seen that pattern. Holy schmoly. Holy smokes. Now people are all holy rabbit. The holy rabbit. What? I don't know how to use it. So there we go. So we got a holy rabbit in here, and you can see again, you never would expect that this little guy, and if you looked it up on Worth Point, this little guy would have been $150 sale on Worth Point. Now, again, they're listed right now for the $50 to $60 mark. So I don't know if we're going to get the $150 or not, but it's just interesting that somebody else did that. And yeah, Lisa explained how to do that a little higher up.
But it also gives us a good language to put in our listing, perhaps.
Yeah, for whatever the other thing. I never remember when you're talking about that sort of stuff is you think, okay, go to this and use this as the reason for that you might actually how you can market it as well.
Yeah, what keywords did they use that are different from the ones that are currently listed that might elevate your listing to a broader audience?
So let's go to our next one, which is if you like eggs and you like coddling, what would you do with this scary egg creature? This is an egg in a chair. I guess that's what we'll call it. Egg in a chair. This is something that we saw. Here is it's actually got a marking on the back of it down here that says, I think Allison Nager in 1993. It's been obviously rubbing its back up there a little bit. It was $2.48. And here it is. It's this little itty bitty thing. Now, it's a really creepy, weird kind of things. Kathy's like, no. But Roadrunner's like, thrift it, weird self. That's what made me look at it. Yeah, no. Take a pic and put it in the thrift hall of fame. Nightmares are made. Well, it's creepy. It's so odd you might thrift. Well, here's the reason that would you still thrift it if you look closely? Her bow is broken. So Humpty's got a broken bow. I don't know what that means, but yeah, it's strange. It's an egg. It's in a chair. Don't love the condition. Why does this thing exist in this universe?
It's for you, Don. Just for you.
Look at that, Michael. Yep. Creepy could sell. Yep. So we're got a 50-50 split on this. So with a 50-50 split, what do you think we ended up doing? Well, we could not pass by this creepy little egg thing. So this is actually, here it is. There's a good picture of the creepy little egg. And there you can see, even though it has a little busted here. Now, why would we buy something? Why would we buy a broken egg? To stuff in our coddler. No, it doesn't fit in the coddler. Why would we buy a broken egg? Well, here's something interesting. Are you saying no away that we bought it? Now I want an Egg McMuffin real bad. Eggs don't have arms and legs. Well, these do. Somebody bought it before me. Yes, that's actually true. It did. It was owned by somebody. So this is actually the egg is actually glued to the seat. Just so you know, it's not just somebody to just sit on a chair. Now the back we did check, and we as our new term is when we're in a store now, and we don't want to say out loud, let's Google image this. What do we say, Rick?
Let's Carl that.
What would Carl say? Or what do you think Carl thinks about this? Do you think this would be good for Carl? So, Carl, you have now become part of our moniker. You have replaced the word Google in our... So, I Carled this. And you know what? When you Carl, let's just take a look at this. I just want to show you. When you Carl this, search image with Google, there are lots of eggs that come up on this. It is a person, an artist named Allison Nagel, like A.N. Nagel. Look at all the eggs she does. Look at all the, well, there's other things in here too, but look at all the eggs. Family reunion and original design. So again, we actually looked at it, and I thought, I always like trying to buy stuff that is a little on the weird side. Yes, Carl has become a verb. Cargle. No, that sounds like if I'm in a store and I say it's time to do cargles, sounds like I'm saying it's time to do kegels while I'm standing in the store, which I do all the time, but no, I don't. But it was broken. Yes, it was broken. But proof in the pudding, we're going to put this up for auction, or a lot of times when you find something that's in that weird, neat, interesting, and you find that sometimes they can be expensive. Like some of the Allison Nagels can sell for 75, 80, 100, and 150 bucks. So what we do is we look at that and say, this might be somebody's, I'm missing Humpty on the chair. My chair is broken on my Humpty on a chair. So why do, yes, men do Kegel exercises for their prostate. Why would you actually look at something like this? There's lots of people that may end up liking it to piece together. There may be people who want it to be their first one of these, and then they'll up like grade to better and better ones. So it's heavy, but I still think again, and it was only $2.48. So we're going to list it probably for about 35 or so, see if we can get that money. And it'll be interesting again if we can show you something like that, and then be able to show you that yes, even though it is something of it's busted, it still ends up selling. Sometimes your spot, and this is actually really strange because this was literally beside the egg. Like there's a shelf beside the eggs. On the shelf beside the eggs, there were a bunch of ladies' scarves. And ask Bob. So when see the lady scarves, and all of a sudden I see this one that kind of jumps out at me, and this is what it was. It was a little piece, and this just little whale jumped out at me. And I thought, oh, this is cute. So I grabbed it, and I thought, what's it? So we tried taking a little bit, and it was $2.98. It was in really nice shape. Again, it's a large silk scarf, 100% silk scarf with all these mammals. Water mammals on it, dolphins and whales, and
the thrift store put the thing through.
Yeah, through it, so you couldn't actually straighten it out.
Unfold it completely.
So it's going to have a tiny hole where that was, and it was by a company called Mystic Seaport. So the nice thing is with something like that, you can actually look them up relatively easily when you're trying to figure out something. And I thought the pattern is nice. Somebody who is an aficionado for the sea, things like that. So for, what did I say, $2.98, would you thrift it or throw it? SeaWorld. Thrift with Precious. That's in Connecticut. What's in Connecticut? Mystic. You'd think you'd throw, but kind of neat. If there are no poles, well, we got a pole where they stuff the thing in. Thrift, throw. Thrift, but she won a bin of scars, so she likes that one. Thrift. Candace's pass. Sandy's like, thrift because it's a good subject. Look up first, maybe thrift. If you dealt with that thing, you totally thrifted, but you don't. It's not made of paper. So what did I decide to do with it? Well, I had to. Like, there's a couple of reasons that I had to do it. One is I did look up the Mystics Seaport scarves. They actually are running at different prices. This is what they've got so far. There's not a lot of them, only 5 of them up here right now that are on sale. They're all $20 or higher. I don't remember if I could find solds when I looked them up as well. There was only one sold that was a $35 one. But I just liked, the thing I liked the most about it was, as Sandy Pratt said, it's a good subject. And this is why I bought it, because it's in really nice shape. It's got great images on it. And so now all I have to do is worry that they didn't do too much damage with that poking through. So hopefully they won't have, but easy to sell, easy to ship. So smells nice, actually. I will probably end up listing this for probably about $25. So I just think this is a really quick flip. That's why I wanted to look at this. So again, for the boys out there who may be standing there going, well, I'm not looking over there because there's some scarves on the end aisle. Well, just take a look. If you see something that grabs your eye, if you saw a scarf that was made out of this material, if you saw anything that's jumping out from an aisle that looks like this kind of material, you grab it. You run to it, you grab it, then you look it up and figure out whether it's worth anything. That's what this was. This was all about this whale, all about that base, about that whale right there. That made me go, I think I'm going to look at it. I think I'm going to look at it to thrift. Moby Rick. Here there be whales, yes. Not a Sharknado, but kind of a little bit of a Sharknado. And yes, you may find a Hermes scarf. Hermes scarves are from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
And the Island of Misfit Toys.
The Island of Misfit Toys. It's very true. Let's see. Next, we got Halloween is coming up. I saw these actually right beside the actual egg, too. Happened to be in the same store. You can tell by the sticker on it. With Ambet Thrift. It's 49 cents for these. And this was a set of, they're 49 cents each. And it's the same image on both the cups, but I just turned it around so you could see the two different images on it. So it's like the little black cat, the Halloween cat, and the pumpkin. Sea Grove is the name that's on there. And underneath it actually says on it, Citrus Grove. So it's actually a company. 2011 is down on the bottom here as well for the company. And again, for 49 cents, Halloween's coming up. Yes, they were plastic ones. They're solid plastic. Pardon me. They were completely clean inside. So I don't think these were ever used. I showed them to Rick. I went, oh, look, Rick, what do you think about these? 99 cents for the two of them, and they're Halloween, and Halloween's coming up. But Adrian said thrift is ceramic, but they weren't. No.
Are you expecting me to do something?
Huh?
Are you expecting me to do something? You're just setting the...
I had to take a drink because I was...
Okay.
Throw. 2011. So Carl's looking at it from the age of it. That's interesting. Throw. If they're in good shape, you'd thrift. Throw. Plastic cups don't sell for me. Kevin, throw. Never. Well, throw. So we got a lot of... I think we're about an 80% throw on this one. And what did I do? I agree with you. They were too scary for me. They actually... I actually thought about keeping them. I thought about buying them just to flip in one of our Whatnot shows that are going to be coming up for Halloween. But they actually list for about $8 for the pair. So I thought, you know what? It's not worth the while to try and do it to make $4 or $5. If they listed for 20 for the pair, I would have easily done that. But
those would have been boxed when you ship them.
Huh?
The box would cost more than the cups.
It probably would, actually, yeah. A couple more before we go. One that is... Well, two more before we go. Well, actually, no, three. So this is something I saw on a shelf. And I went, oh, Dansk. And then I looked at it and it's like, oh, it's just a glass vase. So I was like, I wonder. Now, it was priced at $3.99. And look, it's got a rare wood display stand. What's that rare wood display stand? It's this thing down at the bottom here. They're calling this a rare wood display stand. So it's a rare wood display stand, Dansk Petit Vase. So what do you think of something like that? So this is like a fairly plain vase, Dansk Petit Vase. Throw, 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 a throw. We're like a 100% throw on this one, aren't we? Dansk Petit Vase. And again, it was $3.99. The wood is rare, not the stand. Well, it says a rare wood display stand. Rare wood display stand or rare display stand? I don't know. It's, well, again, this is all it is that it's that. Throw, 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 throw. Although you like Dansk, throw, throw. So we are 99% throw, except Roadrunner. Roadrunner, you're the one lone thrift. Throw. Everybody's thrift. Throw, 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 throw. So what did we do with this Dansk Petit Vase? We thrifted it, but I left it downstairs. I didn't bring it up with me. In fact, we thrifted 2 of these. There were 2 of them right beside each other. And they were literally something I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a look at this. And I don't know. Have you got it looked up, Rick? Have you got it looked up, Rick?
Yes.
Take a look at what...
Are we fighting again?
Yes, we're fighting again. Take a look at... This is it. The teak vase base. That little, tiny little thing. And there's a good picture. Rick, show that very first picture.
This one?
Yeah. Talk while I go downstairs and get it.
Okay. Basically, in the description on WorthPoint, they're calling it Dansk Petite Vase with teak wood base, new in box, and they're also including the keywords MCM, mid-century modern. It is quite pretty as a vase. And there you go. It's a vase with a little wooden base.
So yeah, this is it, and it's light. It's very light. But yes, I opened it up and I'm like, okay, that's the vase. Needs a good cleaning. This is the this is the base, and that has the Dansk design sticker on it, which is a teak base. So 99% of you said you would not spend $3.99 on this. Well, I was one of you. I had it in my cart, out of my cart, in my cart, out of my cart. And then I looked it up. And when I saw that these we're not saying listed, these are selling regularly for $45 to $50. We were like, really? Amy said I still wouldn't buy it. Still wouldn't buy it. It is kind of crazy. I wonder if I guess you may be able to sell just the base on its own. I never thought about that. It's like a coaster. It's true. No sold on eBay. I don't know where, Rick, you were looking at where.
I looked on WorthPoint, and here is Terapeak. So there are 3 sales showing in Terapeak, and $45 for the first 2.
So
one was $12.99.
Yeah, so Sandy, when you're saying there's no sales on eBay, there's no sales in the last 90 days. But if you have an eBay subscription, you can go to Terapeak. Terapeak shows you the past 2 years. And so in the past 2 years, One just sold for 12, but the other sold for
The $12 one is a stoneware vase, so
so
it shouldn't
two
be
sold.
there. The
So
price
it might
is
not be a fat
45.
sale, but the thing I'm thinking, I'm going to put the two of them together. So somebody gets to buy a pair instead of just one, and we'll list them for $75. So it's an
We'll probably offer discounted shipping too, maybe $10 shipping instead of 20.
So two more? No, one more. So the next one I'm going to show you is this weird thing that I've actually seen in a couple of places before, and it is this ball. This is this weird kind of maze thing, and it's got a ball that you roll around on this track, all up and down on this track, and you roll the whole thing all around. It's called a perplexus. So somewhere inside there is a ball, and you drop it down, and then it's like you turn the thing around this way, that way, this way, like to try and keep the ball on the track. It's like you just turn it. It's like a ball. So you just like are trying to roll like a labyrinth to get it from one place, I guess, to another. I don't know. So Perplexus is there. That's the name of that. And again, this was $2.99. And let me see that other picture I got here. So there's tracks on all over the place, and you have to catch it in one. And I don't know what the heck this does on the top. It's like, I don't know. It's just a weird kind of rolly ball thing. Let's see. Oh, Heather got a cha-ching. Yay! Those are fun. Elise says, I hate those things. It's impossible. Thrift it. Throw it, but you might buy one for you. Thrift because you love bathroom puzzles. Thrift, but might keep it for yourself. Probably thrift, Andrew. Likes weird stuff. Michael is thrift. Candace is thrift. Alexis, Perplexus sounds like something would go to physical therapy. Yes, I have Perplexus. You'd at least look it up. So we actually tend up to look anything up that's new and sealed. Throw. We actually see these everywhere and thrift. And a lot of the times we see them and they're loose. They're like on the kids' shelf. So we've seen all sorts of different kinds of things. Throw. Well, what did we do? Did the perplex us? Why? Oh no, we picked that up. We picked this sucker up. Why? Because, as surprising as you might think, take a look at perplexuses on eBay. If you look them up, I've actually bought and sold this Star Wars one. We found at a thrift store for $6. You see that Star Wars one? $80, $90, $50, $53, $59. A lot of four of them. $44. $39 for two.
That are loose.
Loose. $32 for six. There's the Perplexus one. $30. One bid for this that was $2.99. So a lot of people think, this is no good. $25. There are, if we go up to the top, 229 of these sold in the last 90 days. 229 Perplexuses sold in the last 90 days. And if we go to unsold, there's 760 of them listed. And look at what some of them are listed at. 91. Loose. Pre-owned, loose, $100. That one is listed at. Two loose ones there for 99 cents. This purple one, $86.99. Bob would have thrifted. Hey, Carl. Yep. So again, I don't have a golden horseshoe at my keister. I just like to look for things and find things. And this is one of the things that I'll tell you. I literally had seen these loose, these loose ones around. This is actually, most of them are actually completely round. This particular one, and it's still stuck in here, is more of a diamond shape. How do I get to image there? It's more of a cone shape than the other ones. You can hear the little ball rolling around in there, and there you can see it down there. And so you just set it on this, and you're trying to make it roll around
all the way through the maze.
All the way through to something. I don't know. It's actually, its start is on that side. It's on the wrong side. But I want you to think about this, because this is something I bet you see all the time, used, probably $1 or $2, and easy to ship, really light when they don't have a box. But when you find them with a box, I found that Star Wars one twice. We've sold that Star Wars one twice. We bought it for less than $5. We've sold it for over $75 twice. So from a distance, I see a Perplexus in a box. Mine. So hopefully that Perplexus doesn't perplex you the next time you go into a thrift store. And like those of you who support us in the Kennel Club, we may have given you something you never looked at before and passed right by that can easily make you the $3 a month that you pay for being a member of our Kennel Club. Sherry says she's never saw one before. Andrew found a Liquifreaks the other day. Weird toys are kind of fun to sell. Yeah. Looking at the one on 99, it's over $100 for the 99 cents. Oh, it is.
That's an active listing, though. That's somebody that's trying.
Buy it now, 99 cents, 100. They think, oh, I know how to get away with it. I'm not going to.
But that's for $2.
Yes, thumbs up if you learned something new, if you had some fun, and you never heard. So keep your eyes open. Let us know if you actually find one. I really like. I'm going to post about it in Craft. So we hope that we'll see you there. So Canadian Resellers and Fantastic Thrifters Group, also known as the Crazy Resellers and Fantastic Thrifters Group. We're getting closer to 3,000 members in our group there. And we have over 3,000 members here in our YouTube group watch us. So thank you all for following us. And thank you so much for being members and supporting us in here as well. We will be back next week. We're not going to Brimfield because of weather, exhaustion, and various other things. So we will be back next Tuesday.
It'll interfere with my nap time.
We'll be here next Tuesday with a What Sold in August. And Carl hopefully will be able to join us. I haven't talked to him, but we're going to have a special guest joining us for our What Sold in August. And Adrian's going to join us on camera as well with some of his What Solds, mainly because we were talking about it when we were down at Fan Expo. And he said, oh, I should come on to your What Sold. I just sold a this and a that. And so it's like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. So thanks. I'm glad you've learned something new. Thank you for saying great show, Janet. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks, Sherry. Good show, yay. September Brimfield's not the best. No, you're right, Heather. Doug Dog is not on camera. No, he's actually being good down there.
No.
Carl's like, hey, we'll be back. Oh, no, you get Doug Dog. You're still going to take Doug Dog Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're still going down to Buffalo.
Yeah,
have a
we
great
might
week.
go other times in September
for
too.
joining us here and being a member. Thanks, Kathy, as well. Yay! Thanks, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. And have fun this week. Hopefully, you'll find stuff Labor Day weekend, almost the last weekend for a lot of people for garage selling. So think about that. Grab what you can. Run out on Fridays and Saturdays. Do some shopping. And we'll see you next week with our What Sold in August. Dun, dun, dun. And I'll have a new shirt, another Roosevelt shirt. I'm going to pick up one too. I already got one that's been delivered for me. And maybe I'll get Rick in a Roosevelt shirt. Bye, everyone.
Bye.